Real quick, if you've got a voice, a message, or a story to tell, this one's for you. Whether you're launching a podcast for your business, your brand, your community, or just because you've got something to say, RSS. Calm makes it easy. Simple setup, clean dashboard, and distribution to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all in one place. No tech headaches, no confusing steps. Just press upload and let your voice travel. If you're building something, sharing knowledge, telling stories, or just starting conversations, RSS. Calm gives you the tools to be heard. Hit the link in my description, sign up using my affiliate link, and start podcasting your way. You bring the message, RSS. Calm handles the rest.
Oh my God, welcome into a new season. Hello and welcome into a new season of your favorite music podcast. First of all, let's do this right. Welcome back, okay, to a new season, a new edition, a new episode, and another installment, man. We're back. Season 11, we are back. The R&B N Chill Podcast is back. Your favorite music podcast on these beautiful streets. We're back. I'm your host, Ty the Pod Guy, Big Tyronza, Big Ronza. Big Ty is in the building. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you all for continuing to listen, to watch the podcast, wherever you listen and watch the podcast from. We appreciate you. We love you, and we so much thank you for just the love, the ongoing support. And again, we are award winning. All right, we did win Best Music Podcast at the Black Podcast Awards in 2025. So I definitely just want to shout out to everybody that continues to love on the podcast. We appreciate you and we thank you. Listen, I'm excited because we got a new interview. All right, we got a new interview. I'm excited, first of all, because, and I'm going to spoil it just a little bit, I played her song on our new music segment on the show, and it got a fantastic reception. Singer-songwriter, award-winning singer-songwriter, producer is in the building. One and only, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Miss Dom Jones in the building. Hello, Dom.
Hi, how are you?
Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome in. First time on the show, so I would definitely want to give you the platform to just introduce yourself to my audience and for those who may not know.
For sure. My name is Dom Jones. I am a multi-hyphenate artist, musician, songwriter, producer, all the things.
All the things.
From Oakland, California, based in Los Angeles, California, representing the Bay and all of California.
Come on. Cali in the building. Oakland in the building. First of all, we love Cali. Haven't been there yet. Definitely have to.
Gotta come out.
I definitely got to come out. I'm from Detroit, based in New York right now, so definitely got to come out to Cali. Got some people out there. Dom, I'm really excited for this interview because I got you alone now. I'm really excited. Take me a little bit through your backstory, because in reading about you, to me, multi-hyphenate is like that's just a little sprinkle on who. No, I'm dead serious. Like, she says multi-hyphenate and she says it just so humbly, but I'm like, you got, like, it's just a sprinkle of like who, her artistry and what I've learned and what I've heard, you know what I'm saying, who she really is. So can you just take us a little bit through your upbringing in music, and when was it for you when you were young that you said, music was it for you?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm a church girl. I grew up Kojic. For those who don't know, that's Church of God in Christ.
Yes, ma'am.
It's Pentecostal. My mother to this day is Missionary Jones.
Come on, no missionary. Yes, ma'am.
And so I grew up every Sunday. It was Shirley Caesar Hold My Mule in our house. That's what I grew up with. I grew up with the Winans family, with Daryl Cole, with the Clark sisters. That was the musical environment that I was in. And my mother was the first songwriter I ever met. I love to say that she was the Sunshine Band president at church. So she taught all the children to sing. And I didn't learn this until I was older, but she was writing many of the songs that we were learning to sing in the Sunshine Band.
Really?
And she didn't pursue music as a career, but she's such a creative and she loves God and loves children. And so she was my entry point into loving music through the church. I would say when I made the decision that this was a career for me or this was my purpose in life, I wrote my first song when I was 9 years old. My first gospel song, and really gratefully, I credit my childhood pastor. He allowed me and my sister to sing that song in Sunday service. And so we got up, we had rehearsed, we made harmonies and arrangements and everything, and we got up and we sang the song, and the reception was so wild that I was like, this is something. I feel like it clicked for me at that moment, like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Absolutely.
And I really took it on. I started writing songs every day after that. Terrible songs, okay songs, good songs, but every single day I was writing songs, and it really became a passion for me. I also grew up in the era where there were still liner notes. So I got to go to the store and buy CDs and read who was writing and producing, and later who was being sampled, and really study the craft. But 9 years old, I made that decision. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew that music was going to be my path.
That is a young and honestly powerful age to know music was that. But I mean, when you have a mother who is writing everything for the church and music, right? I mean, as you said, that's your entry point. That's your gateway, to a degree. And to have that at such a young age, that's an amazing entryway. And the fact that her support of you, can you talk to me a little bit about the support from your mother in your career?
So this is, it's a double-edged sword.
Really?
Because she supported my creativity 100%.
Right.
As far as pursuing it as a career, it took her a long time to get on board with that. I heard my whole life the music business is treacherous. She would say that to me. She would say, "Don't you want to do something else? You would be great at this. You would be great at that." And my road to fully pursuing it has been a winding road, because I think mothers are your first teachers.
Absolutely.
I think of my mother as my pastor. She's also a minister. So, I really take her opinion seriously.
Absolutely.
So I tried other things. I've had other careers, but it always came back to music. The last career I had before I really was like, okay, it's time to really, this is it. I worked in release engineering at one of the top tech companies in San Francisco.
Oh, wow.
And I was working there, doing well, and I was spending every check on studio time. I was blowing my whole check studio time.
Still on that, and that passion never left.
it never left me. I was always making music. I was always writing. I was always in the
Right.
studio. I was out performing. I would go to work at 7 a.m. just so I could get off at 4 p.m., just so I could drive home,
Wow.
change for a gig, and go perform. So it just never left. And so there was a point where I said, okay, I don't want to do this job anymore. It's time for me to really get the education
Right.
that I need around music. And I had wanted to go to music school when I first graduated high school, but she said, we can't afford that. It's very expensive.
Okay.
And so I said, okay, it's time. What can I do? And I had went to Boston on a trip of leisure. I just was going on a trip to visit Boston and a friend.
Got you.
And I was out walking around the city, just, letting my mind wander, looking at the sights. And I stopped and looked across the street. And I was standing in front of Berklee College of Music, the same school that I wanted to go to. And on that trip, I said, when I get home, I'm going to prepare to audition for Berklee. And my mother thought, it's a phase. Like, maybe she won't get in. This is just something she's doing. And I remember going through the process. I hired a vocal coach. I worked with a producer. Like, I really prepared to audition for Berklee.
Right.
And I remember the night decisions were coming in. I was at the computer hitting that refresh button, and they came in at midnight, and I walked into her room and said, I got in.
Ooh.
And she said, crap. Because she knew I had never lived away from her at that point. I never left home. I told her when I was a child, I was like, I'm not leaving your house until I get married. If I could live with you forever, I would. But music is the thing that finally got me out of that nest.
Absolutely.
And I ended up being able to work it so that my tech job helped pay for the first year at Berklee through their foundation. They helped fund my first year's tuition.
Wow.
At Berklee. So she became supportive, I would say, around the 15th award / scholarship that I got at Berklee. I think that I was hit the ground running.
Right.
The first year I was at Berklee, I said, I don't have the money to pay for 4 years at this school.
Absolutely.
But what I do have is ingenuity.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to meet my peers. I want to meet this administration. I want to meet every staff member, every person who can influence me getting a scholarship to pay for the rest of the 3 years I have after this. That's who I want to meet. And I spent the first year positioning myself to appeal a scholarship decision. And at the end of that first year, one of my mentors ended up being the next door neighbor to the president of the college and walked next door and said, give her a scholarship. But behind that, she had a year of good grades, accolades, extracurricular activities. I wrote a script for my community to call the president's office and say, here's what Dom Jones did in her first year at Berklee. Give her a scholarship to finish. And my community in the Bay Area did that. And at the end of the summer after my first year, I had that scholarship to continue on.
And that, folks, is how community shows up for one another.
That's right.
Okay? That is how community shows up for one another. Even in our parents' doubt and their fear.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't look at it at that time, in that moment, when we're that age, as they're doubtful or fearful of us. We're like, no, Ma, you gotta, this is my passion. This is what I'm doing. And she's like, no. Trust me, been there. Okay?
Yeah.
I think we've all been there. And it really does and it takes time. I think my mama came around, I think after she's just seen me do life, right? Like she just seen life happen and she seen things elevate. And the same for you. You had to go through your ebbs, your flows, and show her that I'm winning, struggling probably, but I'm winning still, and I'm doing it, and I still love you, and I'm still gonna show up for you. I'm gonna still be here, and that type of support, even supporting you in fear. That's the type of parent love that I appreciate.
Yeah.
Even if you feel that it may not be the path that you see us going down, right? And I was just talking to a friend about how a lot of I know my uncles and my grandma who come from that cloth were like, yo, you got to get a state job. You got to get a local job. You got to make sure you get your 401k. Not even saying none of that's not true, because even in this time right now, absolutely. Right. Everything that they saying back then that they told us, absolutely, it hits. But I think now we have a little bit more wiggle room to explore and do the things that we actually love to do. And we just have to show them better than we could tell them. My mama has always said that. Show me better than you could tell me. I'm gonna show you.
Absolutely. And I also think like that fear kind of left her when she understood the foundation that you gave me is not leaving me because I'm entering
that part. Yes.
I'm actually taking this with me. This is fortifying me to stand in times when others' integrity will fall.
Absolutely. Like I'm aware enough to know the values, the principles that you instilled in me, that I can walk out this door and be the best me I can be, no matter what comes my way, no matter the circumstances, no matter what negativity, no matter what, no matter what comes my way, I'ma still walk in the value and how you raised me, period.
Exactly.
And I love that. And I think that speaks to the music that you have created, Dom. 7 Cents is my jam. Can I say that?
Oh, thank you so much.
All right. I just want to say that right now. Right. When I heard it for the first time, when Chantel, shout out to my girl Chantel, when she sent me the record, I said, okay, I'm here for it. She done been on Hulu, Netflix, everywhere. She done been everywhere. Come on, Dom. First of all, I love me some Black excellence, and I'm always champion my people. Love me some Black girl magic. Okay. Talk to me a little bit about working, even now as I'm learning you in real time. As you worked in corporate, talk to me about now being full-time musician, working and not even working, but collaborating with those same corporate companies.
I mean, here's the thing. People ask me all the time, Dom, are you an artist or are you an executive? And I say both.
Yep.
I say both because I still live on that business side. My majors at Berkeley were songwriting and music business, and I double majored on purpose because so many musicians have been taken advantage of. I grew up in the era of Tony Braxton having the #1 song and filing for bankruptcy.
Yep.
I grew up in the era of TLC having the #1 album and filing for bankruptcy.
Yep.
And so I always knew that I'm going to walk both of these paths as a music executive and an artist because we need creatives in the C-suite to advocate for their peers.
Right.
And it needs to happen. And this is no diss to artists who have become executives after they found fame. I think things like Jay-Z becoming the president of Def Jam is a wonderful thing, but it happened after he was already Jay-Z. And so one of the things that I've wanted to do is to walk that path simultaneously so that I have validity in the space in both spaces at the same time.
Absolutely.
Right now, I'm in grad school getting my MBA.
Come on.
And when I cross that stage to get that paper, no one can ever say she doesn't deserve to be in this room speaking from a business sense.
Absolutely.
So what I'd say about working with companies, working with corporations, is that a lot of times there is surprise, and sometimes it's pleasant and sometimes it's unpleasant. If I walk into the room and I have my artist hat on and they're like, yeah, we love your music, we want to do this, that, and the third, and then the contract comes out and I say, well, thank you so much, I'm glad you love the music. This is not market value and these terms are a little predatory. Can we talk about how we can refine this so that it benefits us both in an equitable way? Then it becomes a little uncomfortable maybe for them, because
now you talking their language.
Right.
Okay. And they like, whoa. She shouldn't be talking that language.
Right.
Just saying.
So I think it's amazing and incredible that I've had so many opportunities to walk both paths.
Absolutely.
And I think that I will continue to walk both paths.
Absolutely.
As a creative, obviously you want your message to be spread far and wide. So these opportunities create an advantage. Having a song on season 2 of Netflix Survival of the Thickest was so amazing because I just watched that show. I'm just a fan of that show.
Same.
And I see myself reflected in that show, represented. So it's also like now the sonic representation is also there. So I really appreciated that opportunity and it boosted my streams. So we love it.
Come on now. We love that. And we love that. Shout out to Michelle Buteau. You feel what I'm saying?
Shout out to
her. Dom, and this is why I needed you to sprinkle a little bit more and tell the folks. You feel what I'm saying? Because you are not just an artiste, right? And you're a damn good artiste. Okay.
Thank you.
Damn good, great creative, but you're a damn fantastic executive too. Talk to me a little bit, going back to 7 Cents, because y'all know that's my jam. Going back to the song, and shout out to Casey Phillips, who's been on the show as well. 17 collaborations is crazy. Over 100 songs y'all have done, right? Talk to me about why he was such or is such a pivotal producer for you, or collaborator and partner for you, and why was it him?
Casey and I met in April of, was it last year? April of last year.
Mm-hmm.
We were both invited to an event in Palm Springs for emerging songwriters.
Got you.
By the Recording Academy or the Grammys, which however you know them. And so we go to this event and we get mentored. We were supposed to bring unfinished songs to be mentored by more established songwriters. And so there's about 20 of us in our group, and we play our songs and we get feedback. And afterwards we can network with each other, meet each other.
Right.
So I'm at this event. I'm meeting folks. I met some folks that I was a fan of, and it made me be like, oh, the Recording Academy is considering me a peer with this person. Come
on now. Yes.
I'm a fan of you.
Absolutely.
And so I'm doing my networking thing, but I have another event back in LA to get to. Mm-hmm. So I almost leave without ever speaking to Casey. I'm getting ready to leave, and I see him standing across the room, and I'm like, you really liked the song he played.
Right.
Meet one more person and then leave. He was the last person I talked to. And that was in April of last year. So I meet him. We exchange information. I leave. It takes until that August for us to do our first session. We do our first session together, and we make 2 songs that night.
Mm-hmm.
He sent them to me. I listened to them on my drive home. I wake up the next day. I listen to them again. And in my mind, I think, there's something here. And then I go to work. And then I get a text from him. And he said, I listened to our songs this morning, and I feel like there's something here. And it was just like having the same thought about the songs was like, huh.
Right.
And normally, this is what I always say. I write songs fast, and I write songs in bulk.
Right.
So I can write a lot. And I've worn out a lot of producers who can't keep up with that pace. So he was kind of like of the attitude of like, okay, let's keep creating. And in my mind, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna wear you out in like, I don't know.
Nah.
I'm gonna wear you out. You're not gonna be able to keep up. But let's
Not
create
with Casey, not with KP.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. In 2 weeks, we had 10 songs.
Yeah.
And so I was
like KP.
And so I was like,
Shout out to Casey.
okay, let's keep going then. I think in a month we probably had 30 songs.
Oh my gosh.
And at that point we had to start keeping a spreadsheet.
And this is August of this year?
August of last year.
Oh my gosh.
And so we talked to each other about where we were in our careers. Mm-hmm. And before I met Casey, I was kind of in a place of feeling stagnant and not knowing what I wanted to do with my career, not knowing where I was going next. Mm-hmm. And, you know, he was in a particular place in his career, and we kind of just said, let's see how far we can run together. And it was exciting in the moment, but I also had doubt of like, does this person mean it? Because obviously we're kind of meeting each other. We're new to each other's lives.
Right.
And there's a lot of talk in the industry about what you're going to do together without anything ever coming of it.
Right. A lot of fluff.
Yeah, a lot of fluff. But he knew I wanted to hit 100 songs. He knew I wanted to make 100 songs. And in 1 year, I remember going in to do the 100th song. Wow. We haven't put out that video yet, but we recorded. We had a friend come in, and he was a videographer, and record our 100th song in the studio. And he's been running with me this whole time. So I think he was the person, because for both of us, we both had the passion, the commitment, the ingenuity, the willingness to leverage our resources for each other. And so it felt like true partnership. So that's why.
And that's what it exemplified. Literally. 17 collaborations, over 100 songs. And I know you guys are going to probably do more and have more in the tank. I'm excited to see what more is coming from you guys. Before we get out of here a little bit, I got two more things for you. Talk to me a little bit about 7 Cents, this fantastic record that just, again, when we played it live on our podcast, my boy hit me back and was like, that song that you played, what is it? And I said, I got you. I sent it right over. Because when I heard it, I said, what? And I was immediately like, is this not on Apple Music? Did I not? I bought it. Sure did.
I appreciate you.
And I was like, let me put this on. It is available on the R&B N Chill Apple playlist. So y'all can go check that out right now. Talk to me about the making of this song a little bit. And the just the vibe you gave us. you gave us energy, you gave us real R&B, you gave us a bridge, you gave us a hook, you gave us everything in this song. Talk to me a little bit about the production and how this all came together.
Yeah, I mean, so we didn't start out working together for me to make a project. It was really Dom the songwriter, Casey the producer making songs.
Right.
Then one night we made this one song, and Casey said to me, "You know that sound you've been looking for yourself as an artist? I think we hit that sound tonight." And that wasn't 7 Cents, but it was the song before 7 Cents. And so he said, "Let's try to keep tapping into this sound and see what more we can make." And we did that, and a project started to form out of that. And so 7 Cents is really like me wanting to reintroduce myself to audiences. Before this, I've been known as the girl who writes the social justice songs, Afro out, fist up. And it's like that will always be a part of me.
That's always it. Right. But I'm still human. I'm still a woman. I'm grown. Absolutely.
So that is an element that I wanted to bring to it. And I also wanted to bring some of you see behind me, Nina Simone and Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
My greats are behind me. And one of the things that I really wanted to bring back to music is the idea that sensuality in R&B can exist without being raunchy.
Yes.
You can paint the picture and let the listener infer. And so I really wanted to create the space in the room. It's why we attach colors to all the songs. And 7 Cents color is orange because I love
it because orange is my favorite color. I love the cover, love the song. I loved everything about this.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm gassing her a lot. So what? Leave me alone. Okay, because this song. I grew up as an R&B head. I tell people on this podcast, my fans know, my mom had a stack of got the crate of CDs, and I remember the first R&B music I heard was The Temptations. Treat Her Like a Lady. Period. And I was like, oh, this is good music. From that point on, I'm listening to the radio. I'm listening to the Temps. I'm listening to Gladys. I'm listening to Aretha. I'm listening to, this is Motown City, so I'm listening to everything Motown, right? So R&B is in my blood to a degree. And so it was like, for a long time, and maybe, Dom, I still feel like this, and maybe I'm biased. Say that I am. I don't care. I've just felt like R&B, blues, that genre of music has been the best sounding music to me. Just bar none, hands down. Do I like pop? Absolutely. Do I like my rock music? Absolutely. Will it always be R&B? Hands down.
I agree.
So when you make a song like 7 Cents, it just, if I could be a little nostalgic for a minute, it brings me back to a childhood time where I was just engulfed in good, sensual R&B music. Again, to a point where no, we don't have to be out here butt booty naked with everything out. You know what I'm saying? And talking about fuck bitches getting money all the goddamn time. No. Right? Ain't no wrong with that. But we don't need it all the damn time. And to a degree.
Yeah.
There's a line. To your point, there's a line, and I feel like we cross that line a lot, and I'm just like, we need to find the balance again, and that song just gave balance. So thank you for making a song and bringing balance to R&B. Thank
you. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm not gonna keep you too much longer. Dom, we got a game to play. Okay. All right. So knowing that you are an award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, R&B head to the degree that you are. And Aretha Franklin in the back. I was already ready. I seen it. I said, "Oh, she know." All right. So with every artist we come on the show with, I give them kind of a this or that. I give them 2 artists, and you have to pick one, either one. Which one would you choose? Right? There's no like. There's no negative thing about this. It's just a game, and it's all love here. These are artists that we love, that we admire, and that we adore. Okay. Now, first one, Genuine or Tyrese?
Not the TGT. You know what? I'm gonna have to give it to Genuine.
Okay, G. Okay. Next one. Shaka Khan or Stephanie Mills?
So rough. Shaka.
Oh. I love Shaka. I love Stephanie. Trying to make this hard for you, but you're making it easy. Okay, number 3. Temptations or the OJs?
Oh, this isn't fair. Oh man.
Now you lucky I didn't make it a 3-way and say the Gap Band.
Oh no.
Okay.
Gap Band is Bay Area all day.
Come on now.
Okay, Temptation or OJ. I gotta give it to the OJs.
Ooh. You know, the funny thing is, we did our last 3 interviews of last season all said the Temptations. So you the first person of this season to say the OJs. I'm counting this season. I'm counting. But hold on, wait, because we now ask this question when we do this. Dom, have you seen the Temptations movie?
Of course.
Okay, all right. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. No smoke here. I was just asking a question. Listen, I just gotta make sure.
When Blue went to take the ribs out the oven and then come on, you back.
I'll walk away from you right now. I drop this mic. Stop. I'm really gonna miss you.
Exactly.
Really gonna thinking about you. What?
We need the mashup with "I'll Miss You, My Buddy" and "Gangbanging." We need.
Okay, so when this episode come out, we're gonna clip this up. We need that.
Yeah.
We need that. Dom said we need that, and I agree with her 100%. We need that. Absolutely. Okay. So you make Dom, you're making this easy. All right, number 4. Okay, here we go. Anita Baker or Whitney Houston?
Oh man. There's never going to be anyone who usurps the voice. Her nickname was the Voice for a reason.
That's right.
Now, Anita was giving us the best that she got, but Whitney.
That was great. Oh my God. Where you at? We love you, Nita. We love you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. All right, last one. And then we out of here. All right. I gotta give you something that you could think about. Usher. Chris Brown.
All right.
Are we stumped here?
Here's what I want to say about this.
Oh,
Usher was my very first concert.
really?
My sister took me to 8701, the tour, for my sweet 16th birthday.
Wow.
And I recently went to the Past, Present, Future Usher tour. That was the first time I saw him live since my 16th birthday.
Wow.
And he hadn't missed a step.
Oh. So you telling me it's Usher?
So, you know, as talented as CB is, there would be no CB without Ush.
I mean, you. I have no arguments, no quorums, and no quarrels here. Dom, thank you so much. You've been such a light on this show. Please tell the people where they can follow you, where they can find your music, and where, you know, where you can get in touch with you.
Yeah, main website is iamdomjones.com, and my handle on all socials is @IamDomJones. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn if you want to connect professionally. Yeah, and thank you so much for having me on the show. This was so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
This is my favorite one I've done so far. So much fun.
Ah, that's amazing. Yeah. We love to hear that. We appreciate you, Don. Thank you so much. Continue to create some dope music and continue to really be the dope ass creative and executive that you are. We thank you. You will always have a place here on this show. Whenever you want to come back, you let me know. You are now an eternal friend for the show for life. So we thank you. We love you. We appreciate you so much. And to everybody else that's watching and listening, we thank y'all. We appreciate y'all for listening. This is the start of season 11. So we're here. We're back. And whatever requests y'all have, send them to our email or pop it down in the comments below. We're back. All right. So we love y'all. We thank y'all. And of course, this has been another one. We will see y'all on the next one. Again, thank you to Dom Jones for coming on the show. And y'all have a great one. Peace.